Lynette Green.
Hey, everybody. Good morning to you, or good afternoon, according to the clock. I am Lynette Green, the Business Maven. Welcome to another show. It's the Business Maven presents Let's Talk Business. And I am always excited to be here live with you guys at WOKB, sitting at the red table with my dear friends, the Forstons. And we've got a very, very special guest who's been with us for the last several weeks. Today is his final show with us in this particular series for now. And it's also our final extended show for now. But we're super excited to have Dr. Don Daniel with us again today. Super excited. He's going to share some incredible information. I encourage everybody, go to WOKB.com and listen to the streams that we presented the last several weeks. You will not be disappointed, and you'll be caught up, and you'll be able to catch up to where we are today. So listen, you guys, you can contact me. My website is in process.
Yes, it'll be live tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow.
How about that?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be live tomorrow.
And my phone number is in process.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Prayerfully, in the next week, we should be having all of your compliance.
So by the next time we come back here next Friday,
you should be compliant.
Ned's gonna be giving out her phone number.
Okay. All right. So
All right.
you'll be able to reach me, your radio accountant. All right, guys. Again, I'm excited just to be able to have this opportunity to present to you all of the years of wisdom and knowledge and education that God has given me in the business industry, specifically finance, bookkeeping, and accounting. So we want to be available for you. So that's why we're working hard to get those things done. But God's timing is perfect, and He did not wait for me. So here we are. But we're ready to move forward. So I want my guests to introduce themselves. Hello, guests.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Shanya Shea Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 organization here in Orlando, Florida, taking women from homeless to hopeful, utilizing what we've coined at my partner company, Forston Consultants, the ILF model. That's a little bit about me. I'm also an expert consultant on this particular housing model and how you can do the same and change your community. I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Hanson.
I love that. She
right.
She announced Forston Consultants as a partner of ADF.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I love
that.
Well, guys, I'm Derek Forston. I'm the other half of this beautiful lady, Miss Shea, and I am the founder and thought leader of Forston Consultants. And that's just a big way to say that we go all over the world showing the concept of how to house the homeless and the displaced.
Yep.
And we do this in a shared living environment, which we've coined the phrase. And not only did we coin it, we trademarked it. And it's called independent living facilities. So we always say it. If you love God, love people, and love real estate and want to know how to mesh all of those together, join us at Forston Consultants, because this is exactly what we do. So Lynette, thank you so much for having us, and let's get started.
Absolutely. You're welcome. You're very welcome. All right. Really quickly, we are taking questions today, guys. We are taking questions
From Derek, from the people, or from the phone line?
From the phone line.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
You know, but you do what you do. You don't ask for permission. You just jump in there. That's why you're for the people.
You got it.
All right. The number to call is 407-894-1680. That's 407-894-1680. Now, that's going to take place in the second half of the show, right? So make sure you take a very good page of notes during the first half. Dr. Don's going to catch you up, and then we'll take your questions in the second half of the show. So with no further ado,
Can I just
you want to
say
jump
one
in?
thing?
Go
Yes.
ahead, jump in.
I have a surprise for the Business Maven guys.
Okay.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Her website is live, people.
It is beautiful. Like I'm viewing it live right now.
It is live.
Yes. All right. So that means,
Wow, Lynette.
that means
I am
you
so
can
proud
go
of Lynette
to,
right now.
you can go to
Make sure we do the
thebusinessmaven.us.
Make sure we do www.
www.
Yes.
www.
Yes.
thebusinessmaven.usa.
Come on with
I
it.
All
love
right.
it. I love it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so
We
much.
should just celebrate this for like 3 minutes on
No,
live.
no.
I know we got to get the
We got to get the
but
dawn
this
on.
was big. This was big.
People don't understand. They don't know.
Yeah.
With a twister arm, y'all, just a little bit.
Shout out to Digital Flow Solutions for making it happen.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Good
much.
stuff.
That's their business, by the way, guys.
We'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another Friday. All right, Mr. Daniel,
Yes.
welcome to the Business Maven Presents Let's Talk Business. Thank you so much again for being here today with us.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited about this. My name is Don Daniel, founder of P.I.L.L Method International, a better way to eliminate debt. And our main focus is this. You've never had a class on how lending actually works, and you deserve to know that you should be able to pay 75% less interest by understanding what interest cancellation is all about. Just very quickly, if there was a way, how much is gas in Orlando right now? About
expensive.
Yeah, that's yeah. But I saw $3.09.
I get the credit. It's going down a little bit lately, but
all right, let's just call it $3. Let's just call it $3. But listen, if I was presenting today on how you could prepay for your gas and pay 90 and then get it for 90 cents a gallon, would your phones be blowing up?
Absolutely.
Okay. Listen, all you have to do is prepay. Just take your money and prepay, even if it's just the day before, you could get your gas at 90 cents a gallon. What we're talking about, folks, is how you can use your current budget, cut your interest costs by 2/3. Here's what I mean. If you're supposed to pay $100,000 in interest, but you end up paying about $20,000 in interest to buy the same thing. That's what I'm talking about. Using your current balance, your current budget, so that you can use the bank's money at 2/3 off, 75% off, and therefore you can pay a lot less interest. And most people are totally unaware of that. That's why we're here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much again for being here. I was thinking about yesterday, and I was thinking about my process, Dr. Don, from show one to today. And I realized how indoctrinated we all are, all three of us. You guys less than me, because you introduced me to Dr. Don.
Yeah.
So I realized how indoctrinated I am, and we were sharing some of the content of the show with a friend of ours last week.
Yes.
And she didn't get it. She thought we were talking about paying off her mortgage early, or paying off her debt, just paying it in 30 years, but paying it maybe in 20 or 25 years, or, saving some interest towards the end of the mortgage. She didn't get it. It's because we're also indoctrinated in this system that was established in 1936. There's no book written on it. They don't give you this information when you sit down with your mortgage or your bank. When you sit down to talk with them about a mortgage, they don't talk to you about this when you sit down to get a car. Car loans are now 6 and 7 years. And I'm thinking this is incredible information, but I'm telling you, you've got to have your mind open, and you've got to be more willing to save on interest cost than you are to keep with your system of knowing how you think this should work.
That's good.
I'm telling you, this thing is so exciting, and we fail to ask good questions, because when I was in Orlando last, I saw people driving Bentleys. You see Bentleys in Orlando. Okay. You see Maybachs in Orlando.
Yes, sir.
Okay? You'll see a Rolls Royce in Orlando.
Truth.
Okay. So those cars are in excess of $200,000.
Yes, sir.
But every one of those cars that's bought on time has to be paid off in 7 years or less. Now tell me, how can we pay off a $200,000 car in 7 years, but it takes 30 years to pay off a $200,000 house?
You better come on.
It just
Okay.
makes so much sense.
Listen, we're gonna show you how to treat your house like a car. All right, let's get rid of this debt in 7 years, folks. Let's go.
Okay,
That's
Dr. Don,
exciting.
I just want you to know you just got 2 thumbs up from Glenn 2. Glenn 2 is in the house. He just gave you 2 thumbs up. So I want to share that with you, also known as Jarrell.
Come on now.
All right.
known as Jarrell.
Also known as Jarrell. Okay, let's go. Let's go, sir. Let's take it to the next place.
All right, let's take it to the next level. Today we're talking about liquidity, and I just need you to learn one phrase today, okay? And that phrase is not just liquidity, but fungibility. Okay?
Fungibility. Okay.
Fungibility.
Today.
Okay? Fungible. F-U-N. Okay? G-I-V-L-E. Fungible. All right? So we're going to actually put that on the screen. Okay.
And just because I'm Derek for the people, Don, and just in case if anybody joined you today that didn't catch the last few weeks, don't go into it. But what does the P.I.L.L method stand for? And then land us on the last L that we're going into today.
All right. The P.I.L.L method stands for prepayment of principal, isolating the principal amount, leverage, and liquidity. Okay.
And liquidity is what we're talking about today. Is that correct?
Liquidity is what we're talking about today so that we can understand. I'm going to give a couple of examples of how we are taught to look at money so differently. Even though we're learning the best thing to do, it is designed to make the bank a lot of money because we don't know any different.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about the word fungible today, and I've got it on my screen. If your technician can go ahead and share that. Okay. All right. And fungible means replaceable by another identical item, mutually interchangeable. Okay. So if your money is mutually interchangeable, did you know $1 in your pocket? All right. $1 in your pocket. Let me make this a little bigger so people can see it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. $1 in your pocket. I'm clicking on the wrong screen. Sorry about that, folks.
That's all right.
All right. Let me see here. Okay. Let me click on this screen so we can make it bigger.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Yes.
$1 in your pocket. $1 on your credit card. $1 in your bank account. They all buy $1 worth of stuff.
Yeah.
But they all don't cost the same to use.
Yeah.
The most expensive money you have is the money sitting in your bank account.
It's the most expensive money. Wow.
Not the money you use on your credit card.
What'd you say?
Okay. So the most expensive money you have, because if you're only making 1/10 of 1% interest on the money you have in your bank account, and you could be investing it somewhere else so it could make a lot more, that's a loss.
Yeah.
So how can we use our money to borrow money from the bank using other people's money and then paying them pennies on the dollar for the use of it? Okay. We can then buy stuff a lot cheaper. So here's what I'm talking about. Instead of trying to pay for things cash, right? Learn how to borrow somebody else's money at an effective interest rate of 1% or less. That's what we do. By the time we're done with it, you can borrow money at 1% or less. We can't go into all the specifics here on the show because of time. So that's why you want to go to the P.I.L.L method Instagram, all right, page. You want to go to the P.I.L.L method YouTube channel and watch these videos. I've got hundreds of hours worth of information to help you to understand what the banking system has been doing to us from 1936, helping us to believe that cash is king. And here's what I need you to know. If cash is king, if you're spending your cash, you can't also invest your cash.
Yeah.
If you are a farmer, if you're eating your seed,
yes, sir,
you can't also plant the seed.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Listen, I can tell you how many seeds, I can tell you how many seeds are in an apple,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't tell you how many apples are in a
In
seed.
that seed.
That's
the
correct.
truth.
Yes.
That is so good.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what you need to do, folks. Learn about money the correct way. And the P.I.L.L method is the only company that's out there that's teaching this thing the right way. So you can learn how to borrow money from the bank
That's
and
excellent.
understand that your money is fungible. You understand liquidity. You want to understand that how your money actually works. So don't keep using your money one way and understanding it a different way. I'm going to give you another example. I just got this call last week.
Okay.
Have you heard of using 0% cards? You transfer your balance to a credit card that's 0%.
Mhm.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. Do you know I love 0%?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I love paying no interest. Okay.
Exactly.
I love paying no interest because it is the interest that keeps you in long-term debt.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not the amount of money that you borrow, but the cost of the money you borrow. So everything we've learned to do in business, you want to lower the cost of doing business.
Yes.
Lower the cost. We have not learned how to lower the cost of borrowing.
Mm.
And because of that, we're unaware of how much interest we're paying each month.
Mhm.
I call it where interest is invisible to us. Look up the term inattentional blindness. Inattentional, not unintentional, but inattentional blindness. Inattentional blindness means we're blind to what we don't pay attention to. And we've been taught not to pay attention to how much interest we're actually paying each month or each year. Okay. And because of that, we make big mistakes thinking we're doing the right thing because this is what the experts are teaching. So we got $15,000 on a credit card here. Okay.
Okay.
And let's say you could borrow that money at 0% and they give you 0% for 12 to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody you know with this credit card is trying to do what in those 12 to 18 months?
Pay off any charges.
Okay, now why are they trying to pay this card off in 12 to 18 months? Why are they doing that?
So they don't have to pay any interest.
Exactly. All right. So they're trying to avoid the accrued interest.
Yes.
So anybody who's doing that, I want to ask them one question. How much interest are you trying to avoid? And they may give me the interest rate. And I said, no, I don't want your interest rate. I want to know how much interest you are trying not to pay in dollars and cents. And I'm going to get the same answer every time. I don't know. So you're making financial decisions.
Wow.
Based on a number of interest. You have no idea how much you're trying to save.
Wow.
Okay.
When you do the math, you'll find out it's very little money. So if this credit card is at 20%, all the experts out there will tell you that this 20% credit card is killing you. You need to pay this off. Okay. You could have a 5 point. So the experts are saying your credit card interest is 4 to 5 times higher than your mortgage interest. Therefore, you should get rid of this. That is totally misleading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're not talking about, you're looking at interest, comparing interest rates, but we're not comparing interest cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So all the experts would say, if you have $15,000 in the bank, go ahead and pay this card off and save that 20%. Right. Let me show you something. If you're using this online calculator, Brett Whistle, B-R-E-T, last name Whistle, W-H-I, S as in Sam, S as in Sam, E-L, you can do these. You could do this for yourself. Okay. So when you're putting in a credit card, number of payments is not 360, it's 240. All credit cards are amortized over 240 months. So that's what you put in there. Okay. So how much interest does the credit card company want from me at 20% on $15,000. Here it is. What's my interest only payment, ladies and gentlemen?
$250.
$250. So if I pay that credit card off today, congratulations.
You saved 200.
You just saved $250.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Because we have not done the math. We're taught not to do the math. We're taught not to pay attention to the interest cost on stuff. So we make decisions based on wrong information. It's sleight of hand. Look over here. I'm taking money out of your pocket.
Oh, wow.
Sleight of hand at the bank.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I love that example.
Okay. Now watch this. Or if I had a $300,000 mortgage at 6.5%, which is less than 20%. Okay. If I put $15,000 on this mortgage, I need you to take a look at cumulative principal, because this is how much principal that can be paid down. All right. If I pay down this mortgage by $15,000 right now, okay, look what happens. I knock off 4 years off this mortgage and save how much interest?
$15,172.51.
That is the principal paid. That's the $15,000 I put on the mortgage. But here's how much interest I save:
$77,741.29.
So those same financial gurus, those same experts are telling you to take your money and pay off that credit card because it's killing you, when in fact, it's your mortgage that's killing you.
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. So listen, all of these rules, all of these banking rules to understand how credit actually works. Okay. Somebody in Washington, D.C. lobbies for all this information.
Wow.
They lobby for these laws, all right? Consumer protection laws. I'm wondering who's lobbying for us to hate credit card debt.
Yeah.
So that we can ignore mortgage interest.
Wow.
I wonder who's lobbying for that. I wonder who's lobbying for getting your mortgage interest deduction, okay? Your mortgage interest deduction, and just keeping a mortgage so you can keep the deduction, as opposed to paying it off, and then I don't have to give the bank $1 in interest so that I can save 27 cents on my taxes.
Dr.
You're preaching good, sir. You're preaching good.
Okay. So we're talking about the fungibility of money here, because we totally misunderstand it because we have not been taught. Now, I don't want anybody to go away from this conversation feeling bad. And here's why.
Right. Yeah.
If you weren't paying attention in the class, then it would be your fault.
Right.
But there was no class.
Point.
That part.
Point taken. Yes, sir.
Okay? So don't feel bad about it. But if you want to pay, listen, if there was a way for you to pay 90 cents a gallon for gas, listen, the phones will be ringing right now. I'm telling you how you can pay off your mortgage, your student loans, your credit cards, your car loans in about 7 to 9 years because of all the interest you will not pay. You don't need extra money to get out of debt. You just need to understand you need to pay less interest. And that's going to be the focus. Now, is there anything in our background that teaches us we can pay less interest with our current budget?
No.
Nothing.
Not even close.
Not even close.
No.
So this is why we have to give so much information away on our Instagram channel and on our YouTube channel, so people can start to understand, yes, it is possible.
It's possible.
And probable and very likely that you are in complete control of how to understand money, and you're in complete control of how much interest you pay the bank. And because it's not taught, anything you have been taught to do that is a good thing to do, get rid of it.
Okay.
Anything you've ever been taught that's good, about understanding money. Get rid of it because it is designed to make the bank money.
And incarcerate us for 30 years.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's what they say. That's what the Bible says. Is that you when you borrow money, the borrower is slave to the lender.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in the book. Yes, sir.
When we get done with the P.I.L.L method gets done with it, the borrower is going to be partner with the lender.
Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Love it.
The borrower is going to be partner with the lender. See, there's nothing wrong with the lender winning and the borrower winning. Why can't both of us win?
Yeah.
Okay. The borrower says, listen, we're going to help you. The lender says, we're going to help you get that house you want. Okay. But the lender says, we're going to help you get that house. But the borrower says, thank you very much for getting that house for me. But we're unaware that it's all set up, that you'll never pay it off. Okay. So now we have winners and losers.
Yeah.
Okay. What if we can have winners and winners? I got the money. I can borrow it. I can pay it back in about 7 years and be done. Now let's take a look at the amount of interest that I save. Let's take a look at it this way. Okay, I'm going out to dinner with my wife, and we have a fabulous dinner at one of those swanky restaurants in Orlando. And before I can get the check, Derek comes along and pays that $300 bill for me.
Yeah.
That was money that I could spend. That was money I could afford to spend. That was money I had planned to spend.
Right.
But now I didn't spend. So what am I going to do with that $300 I did not spend?
Let's put bank it on. Let's not bank it. Let's put it in our platform and get to see where we can reallocate. Make it fungible. Remember?
Make it fungible.
Shay used the word that we're talking about.
Fungibility.
We're going to make it fungible. But what do most people do with that $300?
Spend it on something else.
They spend it on something else. So, folks, here's what we're talking about. You need to understand, number one, we have not been taught how to save money. We have not been taught how lending works. Okay. We need to understand how it works. And then we need to understand that we are in control of how much interest we pay. We are also in control of the interest we save, how we can invest it somewhere else. So don't just save it. Don't just learn how to get the money, but learn how to pay it back at a discount. That's what fungibility is all about.
All right. All right, y'all.
Wow.
We got some more. Listen.
Wow.
It's school up in here, Dr. Don. It's school. I mean, everything is quiet. You can hear a mouse poop. It's quiet. The saints are focused. We'll be right back with more. The Business Maven presents Let's Talk Business.
Do you love God, love people, and love real estate? Let Forster Consultants show you how to merge all three of those together. We teach you how to open your own shared housing program for displaced and homeless adults. This does not require a license, and you do not have to own the property. Visit ForsterConsultants.com for more information, but also text more info to 407-326-0086 to get started.
Hello, I'm Don Daniel from P.I.L.L Method International. Are you ready to eliminate all of your debt, including your mortgage, in about 7 years without changing your lifestyle? Visit PILLmethod.com today to get your free savings report. Learn the exact month and year you could be completely debt-free with our revolutionary AI-driven system. Don't wait. Take the first steps towards financial freedom. Our methods have helped thousands save interest and accelerate their debt payoff. Go to PILLmethod.com and see when you can say goodbye to debt for good. PILLmethod.com. Financial freedom starts here. Visit
Hey
now.
everybody, it's me, Lynette Green, the business maven, inviting you to join me right here on WOKB Fridays at 12 noon for the Business Maven Presents Let's Talk Business. Listen in for tips and tools and information that will help you start and stay in business. Don't miss it every Friday, 12 noon, right here on WOKB. The Business Maven Presents Let's Talk Business. All right, guys, we are back for the second half. If you guys noticed, we just kind of did one break today so we could catch our breath and drink a little water and
get more information in.
Yeah, just kind of digest a little bit of everything that has been shared so far on today's show. All right, so we set up this time to give you, all of Derek's people, an opportunity to call in and ask any questions that you have. Now, we might have some questions right here in the studio because I'm telling you, it's like class in here, Dr. Don.
You gotta
and I actually have a rhetorical question. And if I'm using that word correctly, that means I have a question, but I really don't expect an answer back.
Okay.
Is that kind of the definition of rhetorical?
You got it.
So, and my question comes from what Mr. Dunn said earlier. Would you rather be a slave to the bank or your credit cards or a partner? I think that's an amazing question. Would you rather be a slave or a partner? I'd rather be a partner, ladies and gentlemen.
Same.
That's great.
Same.
Wow.
Same here.
I love that concept.
Yeah.
Lynette, back on you.
Yep. All right.
That's my rhetorical question.
Okay.
Just silently in their car on their lunch break,
Think
they can
about
answer
it.
that within themselves.
Think about it. Absolutely. All right, Dr. Don. So we're going to let you continue. Take us to the next space. We're going to get some questions in. Again, the number is 407-894-1680. That's 407-894-1680. WOKB 1680. Got it? Get it. All right.
Yes, I love to answer questions. I love it. So folks, call in, get your questions answered. Okay. And so we can help you there. All right. So if you want to be quick about it, all you have to do is when you call in, just start with this phrase. My question is.
Yeah.
Don't start with your story or we'll run out of time.
Right.
You can tell he's done this before.
I'm telling you, listen, my question
done
is.
this before. My question is, yeah.
Okay.
That's good phraseology, sir. Thank you for that.
All right. But remember this, ladies and gentlemen, what you want to focus on today is lending is designed to siphon off your wealth. I want to show you how you can use lending to build wealth.
Yeah.
Lending to build wealth, meaning if you can buy your education, your house, your car at 75% off, and you signed a contract to pay all of that interest anyway, what if you don't have to pay all of that interest and you can still own all of these things? Now you can say, okay, if I'm supposed to pay a total of on this house of $382,000, what if I could get it at $82,000 in interest instead? By learning how the math works and following a program that is specifically written to beat the bank at their own game.
Yeah.
Okay, not a dime store calculator and a pen and a piece of paper, but a program, an opportunity cost calculator that is designed to beat the bank at their own game, telling you how much money to move, what month to move it in, what day of the month to move it on, and which loan to attack, helping you to understand the fungibility of money and use your cash to make babies.
Okay.
Your cash should be making babies.
Okay.
And you should be able to be making 7 to 10% on your money, while you can borrow the money from the bank at an effective interest rate of 1%. Now, what do I mean by effective interest rate? You're not going to get a 1% rate from the bank.
Right.
But I can treat that 6% like 1% by using math. Okay. Now, Don, how can you do that? Well, I can do that the same way the bank uses math to turn 6.5% into 127%. If they can do it, we can do it.
Okay.
There we go.
You said something earlier. Dr. Glenn has a question
Go right ahead.
for you, Mr. Daniel.
I'm ready.
Hey, Dr. Don, how are you?
I'm doing fine, sir.
How are we to do this and maintain our lifestyle? Do we have
Okay.
to live like paupers?
Absolutely.
Can we?
Absolutely
You
not.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do we do this?
Okay. Well, first read your Bible. I came that you might have life and have it what?
More
Abundantly.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Okay.
Yeah, but the people at the bank aren't reading the Bible like me. They're not believing like me. They want their money.
Well, they do want their money.
Okay.
Let's give it to them, but not their way.
Yeah.
not because what they're doing is this money they want here is a suggestion.
Oh, wow. Oh,
It's
wow.
not a law.
Oh, wow.
It's a suggestion.
Wow.
How do I know it's a suggestion? Because if you borrow the money and your rich uncle leaves you $300,000 the next day and you pay this loan off, what happens to all this interest the bank wanted?
That
Goes
suggestion has now been
it goes away.
It goes away. So if I can get rid of all of the interest, why can't I just get rid of some of it? It's just a matter of knowing how. Yeah. So here's the thing: because we have not known, we don't know that this amount of money goes to pay on my mortgage, and this amount of money gets credited to interest. And because of that, I don't know the fact that if I prepay this $272.67 the bank is looking for next month, I don't know that I can save this $1,623.53. I don't know that I can do that. But once I know I can do that, now I can believe that a program that is designed to tell me to pay the right amount at the right time, I can save thousands upon thousands of dollars in interest. So I need you to take a look at this and make it very, very clear right now. In 1 year, doing it the bank's way, sir, I'm going to pay down this loan by $3,353.12. That's by doing it in 12 monthly installments. But if I'm blessed and I do, let's just say I have it, I can pay this money all at one time, be paid down to line 12 in 1 month. And if I'm paid down to here in 1 month, they can't possibly charge me all of this interest between line 12 and line 2 and line 12. It's impossible. I'm making it impossible for them to charge me interest from moving my loan from point A to point B because I'm choosing the timing in which to give them the money.
Yeah.
Now, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Dr. Don. There's something that is, I think it's called a penalty for prepayment of principal. How do we wrestle that? And when we look at the P.I.L.L method, how do we avoid those penalties that are typically written into the contract or written into the mortgage or the document that we've signed off on? There's a penalty that they will charge you. Is there a way that works? The P.I.L.L method works around, or are we just subject to it?
Well, listen, I kind of like prepayment penalties, to tell you the truth. And remember, everything we learned is backwards.
Right.
It's probably
everything we've learned is backwards. And guess where I learned this up close and personal?
Where?
From the Bank of Bermuda.
Oh, wow.
You gonna tease my people already?
Have you heard of the Bank of Bermuda?
Yes, I have a big account there.
All right. So listen, I have the Bank of Bermuda every year produces a statement of their financial activities. I just happened to get a copy of the Bank of Bermuda. Now, Bermuda has prepayment penalties on most of their mortgages.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
The United States does not.
Right.
Okay.
On residential, but in the U.S. you can get prepayment penalties on commercial property.
Yeah.
Okay. So from that statement, here's what I learned. The Bank of Bermuda in 1 year made an extra $3 million from prepayment penalties.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I had to think about that. So now, why would anybody subject themselves to prepayment penalties? Because the amount of interest that they saved far outweighed any penalty the bank was able to put on them. Somebody did the math.
Correct.
Somebody did the math. So listen, penalty, the word penalty is designed to scare you and to keep you paying.
Yes, sir. All right.
Or if I change the word penalty to cost, I can now ask the question, how much does it cost to prepay?
Pay off early.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I can give the bank this $3,000 and save myself $19,000 in interest I don't have to pay,
I will do it. Absolutely.
And you charge me a $200 penalty to do it. Oh my, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay your penalty.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
I can see that.
Somebody did the math in Bermuda and taught me that prepayment penalties can work for you. And
that's
not
so
against you.
good.
You've got to thank my little lovely island out there in the Atlantic for doing something.
All right. I've got another question.
Yes.
So it sounds like, because I'm listening as intently as everybody that's in the studio.
In the studio,
everybody. In this building.
Yes.
It sounded like you actually dropped a nugget, the program itself. Not in this last piece of information you gave us, but right before that, it was 4 pieces, is 4 steps I heard very clearly that you said.
Yep.
And it sounded like you teach us when, you talked about when to make that payment. And you talked about where to make the payment, where it goes. And there were 2 other pieces that you gave, and then you went right on to the next statement.
Okay. So can
you back just a little bit and talk a little bit more about that?
Okay. It is important to know how much money to pay. It is important to know what month to pay it in.
Right.
Okay.
It is also important to know what day of the month to pay it on. And then which loan to attack. The average family has 13 different loans. We're taught to attack the wrong ones. We're taught to attack the smaller debts so that we can feel good about paying something off. But we have no idea that the smaller debts are actually all the ones that have the smallest interest cost.
Yeah.
So why should I feel good about paying off a debt that is $30 a month interest when I got this one looking at me as $1,600 a month interest, and it doesn't even make me feel bad because I'm so used to paying it. I'm not looking at it.
Mindset. Geez.
So in my book that you can find on Amazon, The P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt, I asked the question, how much do you want to pay for your good feelings?
Give us the name of the book again.
The P.I.L.L Method, A Better Way to Eliminate Debt, on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. Okay. Amazon.
Okay.
All right.
It is so important for us to be aware that we want to keep the main thing. And the main thing is not interest rate. The main thing is not how much you borrow. The main thing is how much it costs to manage what you borrow. Pay less interest, get out of debt sooner. Pay more interest, stay in debt forever.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the methodology there? All right. So what we've done is not only teach people how to do this, but we've given them something that the whole world is talking about right now: fintech, financial technology, and AI. Okay. Yep. That's what they're talking about right now. Fintech and finance. So instead of trying to figure all of this out on your own, why not go with someone who's built a machine that understands how the bank makes their money, and then says, if you do this, you don't have to pay it.
Yeah.
but we give you the education so that you can believe it.
Yes, sir.
They go hand in hand, the technology and the education, because without one, the other is no good. Did you know, you don't know this, but the common education around when trains were becoming popular in the US, there were noted doctors that said, once that train hits 60 miles an hour, it will run faster than the air and you will suffocate.
Wow.
You can't have technology without the education.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What about microwave ovens? Okay. In the 70s, hardly nobody had it in the 70s because somebody said they'll make you sterile.
Yeah.
And we had to have the education
along
to find out that it does not do that. Now everybody has one. Here's some more education. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, when they were in junior high and high school, they were being told that there would be computers in every home. But that was the time the computers were as big as a house.
Yes.
So who could visualize a computer actually being in the house?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
So the technology without the education, no good. So we're providing the education for free so that you can believe that the technology actually works.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can go to PILLmethod.com and get a free savings report. Just click on the button that says get a savings and earnings report. You can know the month, day, and year you could be debt free and how much interest you could save. And you can have that for free. Just go to ICE or PILLmethod.com and do that. You can also go to ICE10K.com and get the same information. Either way, and you'll be fine. Find out what this could do for you and find out for free.
Yeah.
Oh, and also for free, I got some free stuff for y'all today.
Okay. We like free. We like free.
You can also go to PILLmethod.com, scroll down the page, and get a free chapter of my book.
Oh, wow.
The first chapter is free. You can have that today. Just go to PILLmethod.com, scroll down the page, and click on how to get a free chapter of my book for free. Boom. You can have that today.
Now, have you shared this anywhere else? Is this the first time you're sharing this?
First time on radio.
On radio. All right. So you heard it right here. Right here.
Fresh off the press.
Absolutely. Right here on Let's Talk Business.
Yes.
Also, the first 4 weeks that he did is also recorded on WOKB. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. You can go and stream all of the shows. All right, Dr. Don, give us again the location where we can get this free chapter.
Okay. PILLmethod.com. P as in Paul, ILL method.com.
Okay.
PILLmethod.com. You can get it there. And you can go to that's our website. A lot of information there. So start there. Start with your, get the book, get the first chapter for free. And understand that you can also get a savings and earnings report. Now, why do I say savings and earnings? Because remember, Derek, if you pay for my dinner, I would be wise to take that $300 I had planned to spend for dinner and now invest it because I didn't have to spend it. I would be wise to do that.
You would be wise. Correct.
So go ahead.
Pretty much the smart way of having the ability to not modify your lifestyle is by knowing, and I think you talked about this in week 1, is knowing what you're spending. A lot of times we don't realize what we're spending on a day-to-day basis, and we're not giving our money a job. Right. We're not giving it, we're not dedicating it to anything in particular. So I think that is one of the key things that I want every listener to really soak in and absorb. Right. The only thing we're going to modify when utilizing the PILL method is mindset. How do we make money work for us instead of us working for money? And I think that is the biggest benefit. And that is why I'm so grateful that the savings and the savings report is a free a free gift
It's a
that you're
tool, a
giving.
free
Yeah, a
tool.
tool.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That you're just freely giving to
Yes.
individuals so that they can see, just really be able to overview and review what is your money currently doing? How are you, what can we do better?
Listen, all of this is important to know. You have to start somewhere, ladies and gentlemen, with your money.
Yes.
See, I happen to know that Derek was, making, how much were you making a year working? How much were you making a year?
I'm just
28?
going to giggle. Oh, beforehand?
Before,
That story is
beforehand.
everywhere. $28,000 a year.
$28,000 a year. And then he started a business, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
Took that money and started another business.
Mhm.
Took that money and started. How many businesses did you have now?
And we just recently started another one, which is called Power Stream Solutions. And it's a pressure washing company.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
and it supports our housing program. Back on you.
There you go. So you got so that money turned over and turned over and turned over. And see, the thing just gets bigger and bigger. You can't help yourself. Okay. I came that you might have life and have it more abundantly. And listen, I don't want to get into your personal business, so you don't have to be specific. But are you able to support the gospel more now than you did when you were making $28,000 a year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Which is a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
Your accountant can verify. It's verified.
Yeah.
It's verified.
Yeah.
You're able to give more now.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the poor will always be among us. I've heard that said.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be one of them.
Come on.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
So here's what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Take that money and make it work for you. And now that they have the businesses, now here's what's going on now. They don't have to tell me. They're taking the money from the businesses, and now the money is going to go to work.
Correct.
And not them. They're not working. They're not trading hours for dollars anymore. They're taking that money and then making it work.
Yes.
And
Sir.
pretty soon, they'll have other people running the businesses.
Mhm.
And they'll be on a Bermuda beach with pink sand.
Come on, sir. Home, sweet home.
I've got another question,
Okay.
Dr. Don, because
Yes.
the show is themed. The Business Maven presents Let's Talk Business.
Yes.
So we've got a lot of entrepreneurs that are listening, a lot of small business owners that are listening at different levels.
Yes.
Some of them are new startups in their first 2 years. Others have been in business for a while. There are some that are like the Forstons who have multiplied their gifts.
Yes.
That have been given to them. So my question is this: who can benefit, or how does the business owner benefit from the P.I.L.L method? One thing that kept coming to my mind was this house flipping industry. I think, and you guys help me because you're investors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you can get a home, if you're going to pay for it and get out of the debt of it in 7 years versus 30,
Correct. Yeah.
doesn't that give you more momentum in what you can do with the property?
Absolutely.
And okay,
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
who can benefit business wise from the P.I.L.L method?
Anybody who decides they want to get a discount. Okay. If you've ever got a discount in life, I don't care if it's a coupon on a can of beans.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a BOGO. I got 2 for 1. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I love it. Understand that the amount of interest that you pay on your loans is a suggestion. The amount of interest that you pay on your loans is not required. The amount of interest that you pay on your loans could be 75% less, and you can still do everything you needed to do.
Yeah.
Know that. So if you're tired of giving away your money to the bank, you can benefit.
Yeah.
If you're not tired, you can't benefit. So there's a story of a hound dog sitting on a porch, and the 2 guys up there looking at the hound dog, and one guy says, the owner of the hound dog says, that hound dog is actually laying on a nail sticking up through the board.
Oh, wow.
And the other guy says, well, why doesn't he move? He says, because it's not hurting him enough. If you don't see this as a problem, you can't benefit.
And you won't change it.
Yeah.
And you won't change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
But if you do see it, then there's something you can do. Not only will you, now I've got the program on the screen right now. Not only can you, as a business owner, borrow money at a discount, meaning if you are in business and you borrow this money and you're fully capable of paying it back at the interest cost that the bank is asking for, if you could do it for 2/3 less, now you have more money to invest in your business.
Yep. Exactly.
That's what this is all about, folks. Nothing else.
Strategy.
How to take that money that you would have paid in interest and then build wealth with that money. How you can take lending and build wealth. This is what this is about. And nothing else.
That's the number one concern or issue or challenge that a lot of the businesses that I'm working with have come across. It's capital. And this is absolutely a way to free up capital for you to invest in your business.
That's correct.
You know what I found out? That Costco is doing great business because they pay their people well.
Yes, I've heard that.
You don't hurt your business by helping other people. Banking will not be hurt because you pay less interest. Banking will not be hurt because because when you borrow that money and you get that house you're talking about and you set it up to make money, you're going to be able to buy more houses, borrow more money,
correct,
and still pay them, the bank, their amount of money that they're due in the 7 or 8 years that you're going to have it. But you'll be able to do it many more times. They're not going to lose out because you're just going to borrow more often.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
He just dropped the mic again, y'all.
All I'm going to say is this, Lynette. We are planning something amazing here in Orlando, Florida for the one and only Don Daniel.
Yes.
The P.I.L.L method is going to be local. So if you are a weekly avid listener to the Business Maven, you want to make sure you incline your ears, people, because we will be dropping dates and information to get you to meet Mr. Don in person.
In person. And I'm telling you, he is animated and passionate about, and I mean that in the greatest way.
We love him. Yeah.
Such a compliment to you, Dr. Daniel. Thank you so much. Every listener, don't stop listening. We are going to be here again this coming Friday, 12 noon, for more Let's Talk Business with me, the Business Maven. Shay will be with me of the Angela Denise Foundation. Derek will be with me of Forston Consultants, plus. And we're going to talk more about his new business and new ventures. And we're going to get back into our studies about business structure. But y'all, let's just end today's show with a hand clap for Mr. Don.
And listen,
thank you.
Incline your ear. You never know when he'll be back.
Yes.
You never know when he'll be back.
It's happening.
Is this an open invitation for Don?
Don, I think you've been voluntold.
Oh, yes. Oh, listen. I'm going to come back as often as I possibly can, folks. This has been a great opportunity for me. And know this, we're also going to announce when we come to Orlando, we're going to announce how your local organizations can have me come and talk to your local organizations. We're going to really reveal that then.
Talk about it. Yes, sir. All right, y'all, we got to go. We've had music for like 5 minutes now. Thanks.
Glenn's going to kick us out of here.
It's going to be like the Sandman coming.
We'll see y'all
Don't
next Friday, 12 noon for more Let's Talk Business with the Business Maven, Lynette Green. Have a great weekend.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Let's Talk Business with the business maven, Lynette Green. For more information about the show or to contact Lynette Green, go to thebusinessmaven.net. Join us weekly and let's talk business.